TCH. I hope you guys are all doing well. We're with a bunch of friends today, some amazing people here in New Orleans. We have something truly special we're bringing to you today here, and it's only in our city of New Orleans. So we are honored to be here with our friends and show you why we're here today.
Hi, I'm Jamar Pierre, visual artist and muralist. We're out here at the TCHOUPITOULAS Art Corridor, looking at a mural that's going to stretch 1 mile long, telling 300-year history of New Orleans. And we're here with Brian and Blue. We're going to do a NOLA bike bar tour called Walk on the Wall Side. It's going to be a tour that's going to be on NOLABikebar.com and TCHOUPITOULASArtCorridor.org. You can book a tour and take a walk and sample beers from Urban South all the way down to NOLA Brewery. And if you love history, you get to see the process of what we're doing and the history timeline of the magnificent historical events that happen in the 300 history of our beautiful city, New Orleans.
So really quick, how did this get started?
This started 6 years ago. It took us 2 years. We started trying to secure permits in 2016 from the Flood Protection Authority. After 2 years of red tape, we finally got the permits, started doing research and design, and started fundraising. So we raise money for each section, and we depend on corporate sponsors, individuals, and grants, and we also mentor young artists and teach them and pay them how to be professional artists and be professional mural painters.
Very nice. So if you come to New Orleans and you come down TCHOUPITOULAS uptown, you literally cannot not look at this wall. Like every time we drive by it, like your eyes are glued, because truly there is so much history, so many beautiful stories to be told from this wall.
Thank you, thank you. We hope to continue it, and thank y'all for helping us get the word out. We have a magnificent tour. We hope y'all can join us on the tour soon.
How many miles does this go
1
down?
mile, 1 mile.
So
we're about to walk down 10 blocks, and I'm going to show y'all some of the scenes over here in the Walmart section, and then we're going to go in the middle section where there's nothing at, and I'm going to explain why when we get there. This is the early beginning of our first indigenous people, the host nation, the Homers, and then we go into early European arrival with Bienville in 1718. So this section here coming up will be every historical event that was significant in the 1700s. And then we'll go into the 1800s when we get past the NOLA. In this section of 1700, you'll see some of the Spanish and French influence, the African and indigenous influence, and the Catholic Church, the Ursuline nuns.
The fire.
The Great Fire, the first St. Louis Cathedral that caught on fire.
Yeah. And what's crazy, I'm getting chills because I love my city. I'm a New Orleans historian, and to see this replicated on this wall here just gives me chills. It talks to me in all types of special ways.
Thank you. Thank you. People really love the NOLA.
Yes.
Tourists and locals love, we did that for them. They love doing it. As a background for photos.
Yeah, we've seen it a number of times with like our friend Krista Rock did a photo shoot not too long ago right here.
It's a great way to interact the public and give them a sense of hope, sense of pride of this mural, and for them to connect and give them a sense of ownership. Then here in the 1800s we start the Louisiana Purchase. We have the Cabildo, the second build of the St. Louis Cathedral that we're still working on, because what you see now in the St. Louis Cathedral wasn't added on to the late 1800s. The Great Battle of New Orleans.
Yep, the Great Battle of New Orleans, the War of 1812.
Congo Square. And then at the end of Congo Square we have Rose the Coat. We're still working with historians. We know some things we want to still add into these empty spots for the 1800s, but we're trying to make sure that we represent the 1800s in the right way. And so we have to raise more money to fill in these other sections. And we also, once we raise the money, we get with the historians and do the designs. And then we put the designs up where they belong in the 1800 section.
You guys have any questions so far?
I just think this is truly, truly amazing what you guys are doing. The beauty, right? I mean, this is just, there is nothing like this. And this is just amazing what they're bringing to the city.
You got the Civil War here.
Then we go into, you know, between the 20s and the 20s and 30s with Armstrong and Louis Prima.
Little note about Louis Prima: if you love the Jungle Book, he was the voice
of the ape. Right?
Yeah, he was the voice of King Louis.
King Louis.
Yeah, he was the voice of King Louis.
So then we got Mahalia Jackson, and then we go into the 60s. We have Pete Fountain, a young Pete Fountain.
Oh yeah.
Before he went bald in the 60s. Brian helped me come up with the name for this. I was going to call it the Piano Greats. He came up with a better name, the Piano Renaissance of the 1970s. So we have to add Fats Domino, Professor Longhair, and Alan Toussaint in this area. This fight I went to, I took pictures.
You actually went to this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like 5 years old, but
still. Who can say they were there?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, doing one of those Superdome fights.
First time I went to the Superdome. For World's Fair, one of my favorite childhood memories.
Yes, that's like integral to my childhood as a person who loves the city. I think this is where I fell in love with the city of New Orleans, the World's Fair.
Me too.
Those little water fountains with the alligators.
Yeah,
with the water shooting out of them and stuff. All that stuff.
It was like going to Disney World, and it was an amazing cultural experience. Ashe started in the 90s, so they sponsored this section. They're part of our New Orleans history and the African diaspora and revitalization of Central City, which used to be Driest Street. Now it's called Aretha Castle Haley. So they do a lot of events and stuff. When we get sponsorships, we have sponsorship section. So you got the Henry family, him, Uncle Benny, Uncle Lionel, his dad, Mr. Oswald, Bob Sr. they call him. And then you got Jesse Hill.
Where's Jesse Hill?
On a microphone behind Jasmine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're just excited to share this with the world. If down here, we did this in 2020 during the pandemic when you had all the riots and Black Lives Matter stuff and the healthcare workers. We showed them in diverse. And I put Ellis Marcellus because he died during the pandemic from COVID, and he was one of my mentors.
So we wanted to thank JP and Brian for inviting us out, for giving us this opportunity to get a private tour with them to see the beautiful artwork of this Tchoupitoulas wall mural that's going on in New Orleans. So where can we donate if we want to help build up this beautiful mural in New Orleans?
That's CHOUP with a T, TCHOUP, CHOUPArt.org.